What's up, everybody? It's a beautiful day in February. I think early February. And we thought me and Mac would come out and get some fence. We're trying to get our dogs in here. We got about 3 acres here fenced in. And we had to get rid of Boots. You've probably seen him in the old videos. But we got 2 of his pups, and we're trying to keep them out with the goats, but they like to climb. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna take an invisible underground fence. Sorry if the sound's bad, because it's kind of windy today. But we're gonna take an invisible underground fence, and instead of putting it underground, we're gonna put it right up here where we would put an electric fence. And we're just gonna run it all the way around the perimeter and see if we can keep the dogs in that way. So today is our first attempt in that. And all the goats chased us out here. So, all right, stay with us. We'll see if we can figure this out. All right, so what we're gonna do is walk this fence line on every single one of these little clips and make sure that sometimes we will tie the wire to the clip. Oh, look at this. Not good, Captain. Looks like dog hair to me.
That looks like Rose.
Is that Rose hair?
Yeah.
Weird. Yeah, not good. That's why we're doing what we're doing today. It's for exactly that reason. We got some pretty hilly, slanted property, you know, it drops way off. And so it's, when we're in this fence, it's kind of hard to keep this fence down to the ground in some spots. There's like rabbit holes and stuff in different places. But anyway, what we're doing right now is walking this fence line, making sure that we can pull this out. We'll be able to pull that right out of there without it being tied to one of these. So we got about 3 acres-ish on this pasture and a whole lot of dog fence wire. And I've never done this before with this invisible fence. I was trying to do some different, trying to figure out some different options to do. And what I was really wanting to do was the GPS fence system, or GPS collar, but it's like $1,000. And I wasn't about to spend $1,000 trying to keep a dog in my fence. We haven't had predator problems yet this year, and we haven't had dogs in here. The goats have been in this pasture, but no dogs. So we do have a free ranging dog that may be helping out, but I don't know if she's getting the job done or not. So all these are loose. Okay, here we go. This is what we're looking for. See how this is all tied up here? So if we're gonna pull this wire out, obviously this needs to be loose. That clip's broken anyway. Busted up my thumb the other day and lost my fingernail, so don't mind that. It looks like it's deformed. But okay, let's cut this up here. Mac, you want to grab this wire?
Yeah.
Hold on to that so we don't lose it. And we're just gonna snip. Whoa, about got your eyes. Snip and snip. And we're gonna pull that through. So here we go. So we bought these lock jaws. These things here. And I don't know. I mean, there's things I like about them. There's things I don't. They do clip onto your T-post however you want, whether it be this side or even this way, that's really nice. What I have noticed on these lockjaws, I'm trying to say that right, is that these little teeth, they wear out. So you can see this one right here. Didn't focus. That first one, how it's kind of discolored, a little bit lighter orange. It's from clipping it on, but what happens is it actually gets a little bit soft when you clip it on. So if you're not all the way into, like, you know, here, if that one little bitty baby tooth is holding it on, I've had these things pop off the T-posts. And of course that's defeating the purpose of it. So I don't know, in ways I really like them, and in ways I don't. You know, this is kind of the traditional one, and it just seems like these are pretty much, they're harder to install, definitely harder to remove, but very consistent. I've had only a couple of those break. With these lockjaws, I've had quite a few of them break. So eventually we'd like to get our fence in back here. This actually is not our property here, but over here is. But I'd like to get a fence in over there if at all possible. But baby steps. Maybe someday this might just turn into a few goats that are in these couple pastures. I got a 4-acre pasture over here and 3 acres here, 3.5. Maybe it will turn into a situation where we have yeah, what's going on here? That one's upside down. Okay. I'd really like to take that barn up there and extend it to about 200 feet and then dry lot sheep. That's really what I'd rather do. Not that I don't enjoy the goats, I really enjoy the goats, but I don't think I have enough property to run enough goats. We've got just over 30 acres, and it seems like a lot until you have it, and then when you have it, it's kind of like a barn. You know, it's like you don't have enough. You build a pole barn and then you fill it up with all your stuff, and then you're like, wow, I should have built a bigger barn. And I think there's a lesson to be learned in that, of being satisfied with what you have and not just wishing for other things all the time. But you know, I don't know. I just want to utilize the 30 acres the best I can, and I feel like that might be dry lotting sheep and using this pasture, that pasture, as maybe just like some pigs or like an egg cow, or maybe, you know, a handful of goats, and but then dry lot sheep up there, and that's actually how I can make an income. So I don't know, just throwing around some ideas. Would absolutely love any of y'all's thoughts on that. If you dry lot sheep, or have dry lotted sheep, or have farmed, ranched goats versus sheep, definitely what would be your preference? Would love to hear that, what your opinion is on that. So there's a couple clips over there I can get off the ground. All right, I'm gonna pull this wire out.